And good morning, everyone. It's Monday once again. Welcome. I'm Scotty Ray, and this is Scotty Ray's Weather as we begin another week, the last one of June that we'll see this year, already the 28th. As we head, next Monday will be the 4th. It'll be July 4th. Hope you've got your plans made. Meridian will have a big blowout. Also, Archusa will have one, and then Turkey Creek will have one. If your community is having one, we'd love to know about that so we can pass along the information about what's going on with the 4th of July. We didn't get to do this last year, so celebrate. Enjoy being with friends, family, and neighbors and all that good stuff. It'll be a good time. As we're waking up, it was a hot weekend, wasn't it? Right now, we're sitting at 73 as we wait for a high of about 92. Now, again, something to remember about the weather, and we'll look at the current map this morning. We are way below where we should be with temperatures. We're below average. We're actually in a cool spell compared to this time of year. Now, if you're outside, you won't believe me. If we looked out to our west, Washington, Phoenix, Arizona, those places are burning up. We're in the 90s to where most of the time we're already tapping 100. So we're below average. So enjoy it while we got it, because this is not going to last forever. That will, as the old saying, just kind of fade away. Several ways you can word that, but that is coming. So we'll dig deeper into that here in just a moment and let you look at that. Backlash this morning. Have you seen this story? And I don't know as much about the Olympics. I'm not a big watcher of it. So before I break into it, I don't know all of the different sports, and I don't quite understand what all they do. But apparently there's a hammer throwing thing in the Olympics. Yep, that was news to me. Never heard of it before. But outrage this morning as an Olympics turned her back on the United States flag. Have y'all seen this? As we pull this up, this is the headline from Daily Mail. Getting awarded and turns her back on the flag. That's not going over real well. Calls to have her thrown out has been said. Will that happen? I don't know. But pretty bad. I don't care who you are to turn your back against the American flag when that's your country. But that's the scenes from that this morning. Something to keep in mind as you begin your day. Other news, Friday night, I don't know what would be in your mind. You're getting on a plane to go to Salt Lake City, and you decide that, well, you'd like to jump off the plane. A guy done that, leaving LAX airport, taken to the hospital. I'm sure that he'll have some other things to explain at this point. But jumping off an airplane, you know how high an airplane is after it backs away from that the gate where you board it. Hurt pretty bad. So in the hospital, they'll do more with that as it comes up. As you look at headlines across America, as you pull up Fox News this morning, this is the headlines here. But right here in this headline here, you'll hear more about this. Developers, they're trying to say we're accused of payoffs to officials in Miami not to write them up. I'm sure there's going to be a huge investigation. And then the next thing that will happen in Miami is probably going to be every building inspected for all across it. So expect all of that. That's the big news coming out of Fox News this morning of what they're watching. And as we watch this cancel culture, are y'all paying attention to all of this? It just seems to spread. The latest, and this would not be good, are National Archives. I think we all know where that is. They've put together a racism board, and they have determined that the rotunda at the Capitol now is racist. And that's what I said. History is history, because it has George Washington and a few other folks on that. We'll dig deeper into that this morning. I don't know what to say, but that's headlines this morning. So something to keep in mind as we begin our Monday and as we head toward the 4th of July. Chaos in New York City as well. I don't know if y'all keeping up with Washington Park. It's just gone wild. Vacationing in New York City is just not strongly suggested at this point. Had someone in Times Square over the weekend, a tourist, shot walking down the street and hit by fire. He's going to be okay, but he was shot nonetheless. A tourist. Broad daylight. New York has really turned out to be the place to stay away from this summer as the pandemic ends and Americans get to travel. Not bashing New York. It's just a fact of what's going on up there. I don't know if everybody's paid attention to the news and what goes on in those cities, but not real good right now. So some thoughts on that. All right, let's turn over and go to radar this morning and take a look at a few things when it comes to weather.
Your forecast is brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
As we turn to radar this morning, let's look at some temperatures of what we've got so far. We're showing right now in Meridian 74, NAS Meridian showing a cool 70 at this point. As we go up to Columbus Air Force Base 70, Tupelo 74. As we get over toward Jackson 74, 76 right there in, over at Vicksburg. As we go down 75, Hattiesburg. As we go over to Tuscaloosa, they're sitting at 72 this morning. A quick look at some temperatures around here. Shreveport has 76, kind of an average there as we look at these early morning temperatures. Oklahoma City is 70 this morning. All right, let's get into what's going to be happening today across America as we look at what we've got. This rain front that is happening here from Oklahoma City up through Kansas today. We've got very light here in the Mississippi area. And you still, all of this area here on the west coast, this pink, is excessive heat waves. All through Montana, Idaho, California, warm, warm, warm. A little bit there, Massachusetts area as we look at all of this. Now, this is an area that we're going to watch later on. We'll look closer at this as we look at the tropical possibility today of what's going to be going on. As we pull up some spaghetti models of what could happen, this is where this system is sitting. Most likely will come into Georgia, could possibly affect Charleston. We'll look at what the National Hurricane Center has lined up for us here in just a few moments. But there's a disturbance that could turn into something later today. We'll watch that. As we go to the coast of Mississippi, and, of course, we've got one out here that is drifting off to the west. As we come up here in the Gulf, we've got showers that could possibly come in Lafayette, Lake Charles, and Beaumont. Houston, on the western side of Houston this morning, already getting a few showers. So that's kind of the map of nationwide looks like this morning. As we turn to take a look at what's going on from the National Weather Service, let's pull this up on a local level as we start to take a look at here. Record highs, record lows, 09. It was 102 degrees on this date, a warm one for us, wasn't it? As we jump to the coolest day that we had, 1968, it was 53 degrees on this morning. That was a cool one back in 68. As we look at temperatures today, as I said, 92 for our high. Now, we've only got a 20% chance of showers happening. As you get to Louisville, those areas, it's going to be nothing but sunshine. But south, southwest, all the way through here. And as you get toward Natchez, these areas, a bigger chance of showers. The Meridian area, Clark County, Newton, a 20% chance. Now, I've seen those 20% chances pop up, and they're basically called isolated showers. There's a chance of that, nothing big. As we go across the Bama state line, mostly sunny as well from there, a chance of an afternoon pop-up shower happening anywhere from Demopolis up through Tuscaloosa and on Hamilton and Livingston, Alabama. Those areas have that chance. But pretty much 90, 91 if you border on the side of Mississippi up through Geiger, Alabama. As you get over to Auburn, about 90. As we move forward, now this is what we were talking about from the National Weather Service and the National Hurricane Center. This disturbance right here off the coast of Georgia is going to come in this afternoon. They're not really sure if it has the potential. It is a chance that it could turn into a tropical storm, something small, but it is coming this afternoon. They will update, and they're watching this. They'll send planes out later today, but it will be a rain event for sure, either on Georgia or South Carolina. And there is the potential for it to turn into something a little bit bigger at the last minute. This is going to be watched. It's not going to be very powerful, but it could come ashore as a tropical storm. And worst case scenario, a very, very small hurricane. Most likely will be a tropical storm if it develops into anything. But all eyes are on this off the coast of Georgia this morning as they watch this. Also, as we get into this, a 40% chance of this turning into something over the next 5 days. We'll watch that as well. This is the threat today on the East Coast as we look at that. As we look at our temperatures, as I said, Mississippi, Alabama, the deep south is really cooler. Believe it or not, if you were outside yesterday, it's hard to believe that was cool. But compared to what it could be, it is. And we still have this blue. So just continue to hope that we have this hovering over Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Texas for a little bit longer. Because when that color changes, it's going to be pretty rough in our area. But out to the west, they've got the worst of the worst. As we look at our 7-day forecast this morning, as we pointed out today, we have that 20% chance of showers coming in this afternoon. And that will only be a factor after 2 o'clock, right along in here. And it's just small chances there. Otherwise, sunny, 92. As we get into tonight, no rain chances, low around 70. Now, we'll increase rain chances tomorrow with a 40% chance of showers, and that comes in after 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, that rain chance. 90, 91 for that high. As we get into Wednesday, we up this to about a 50% chance. It's borderline of this staying 40. I've got two different readings on that. My radar is telling it 40. The National Weather Service is saying 50% chance. They both agree come Wednesday and Thursday that we've got a 50% chance of showers on that. Now, as we head in toward Friday, we've got rain again, 80% chance. Saturday, 70, and still a 60% on Sunday. So rain is in a forecast. We've got these small chances of afternoon showers, but by late Wednesday, Thursday, rain's going to be there. So be prepared for that. Get anything done that you need to get taken care of before the weekend, because it's going to be a wet one probably starting Friday morning as the forecast changes. We're 4 days out from that. Anything can change. It's Mother Nature, but we'll watch it closely. As we look at our temperatures through July 12th, we'll stay in the 80s, and we'll get to those upper 80s right there around the 10th there. 89, 90. Right around in there as we get into mid-month of July. So warmer weather lies ahead as we head toward that what do they call it? The dog days of summer as we get ready for August. That blue will not be around once we reach that time frame. So be prepared, because we're enjoying 90-degree weather with heat indexes right at 100. Sounds kind of strange to say, doesn't it? Let's talk about our friends out at Freeman Tractor. They're there for you after the rain stops, and you can actually get in your yard to mow it. They want to be there for you. And they've got lawnmowers. If for some reason you don't have one, never owned a zero turn, see them today about an X Mark. You can get into them starting at $26.99, or one of the favorites there, the Skag, the number 1 and 2 brands in America, Skag and also X Mark. They're great. Cut you down half the time of your cutting your yard. If you're tired of being hot on your tractor and want to take it a little easier, talk to them about a cab air conditioning tractor. They got plenty of LSs there. If you're looking for bush hog attachments on the front or rear, these are galvanized, won't rust. That's why they look a little bit different. They'll last you. No rust on those. That's sweet. Disc and a whole lot more from Forks, and the benchies that are made out in Texas. 0% for 60 months on these with air conditioner if you want to order one of those as well. Open cabs, they're the 550s, 750s. Whatever you're looking for, they've got it for you there, including lawnmower blades, belts. See Buttermilk today. We don't like for that boy to stand around and do nothing. See him at Freeman Tractor today. They'll take care of you for whatever the need is doing. A few good mornings of folks up and stirring today. Beth, how are you today? Beth Seitz is up along with Joyce Stamper. Glad you joined me today, along with Jonathan Ritchie, Tommy Ainsworth, Miss Donna Peebles, Sylvia Stewart, Charlene Gaddy, J.T. Rigdon is up today, and Bree Parker. Some of the folks getting up ready to start this day. 73 right now, as we'll get to that 91 before it's all said and done. We'll be back here shortly as we get ready for the morning show to kick off at 8 o'clock. Won't you join us? We've got a bunch of news stories to go over. Love to have you a part of it. Like to hear from you and your comments of what goes on. We'll do that beginning again at 8 a.m., about an hour and 15 minutes from right now. So be back here, same place, same time, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, or you can join us on television. Channel 248 on cable, or you can watch us on the antenna at 24.3. As we'll be there live on MeTV. This not MeTV, but MeTV. It's kind of close. Easy to say, isn't it? But thank y'all so much for being a part of this as we begin our Monday. I'll see you back very shortly. Y'all be careful as you head out for work this morning, and we'll be back very shortly. And a big thank you to Terry Ray joining us there, along with Bree Packer as well there. We'll see you here in just a few minutes there.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by